Alright, welcome back everybody. That was really high pitch to the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. So last time we went out to save Ima and it ended up getting exploded and lost more days. This route is going really fast because we have been unconscious for a lot of it. And also Ava became playable in this route, which is really cool. I was surprised she was not using her, like, form that she uses when she attacked us. That was a choice, but I guess it'd probably be maybe a little too OP, huh? So they had to think of something different. Anyways, yes, so we went out to save Ima after suspecting of him killing his own sister. Pretty sure it's a plant, like, obviously. Come on, guys. Come on. I mean, if he really did kill his own sister, then there's something really fricked up with that. But anyway, so we went to save him and probably made him also fall in love with Takumi. Takumi harem. Everyone's invited. But yeah, so Takumi saved him and then Nozomi is gonna run around like crazy as we wake up. Really funny. Like, look, every time it happens, it's the same thing, but it's still really funny because they don't drop the joke no matter what route you're in. Anyways, I woke up to the expected sight of Nozomi sitting right in front of me. This time she wasn't shocked at all. Instead, what? What? I just said they don't drop the joke. And here they go and drop the joke like the instant that I say that they drop the joke. How dare thee, video game. Anyways, instead she looked at me with a gentle softness in her eyes. Ohayo. Okitanda ne. I didn't have to ask about the day since it was mentioned in the announcement just now. These days are really flying past in this route. 50日目か。天敵のことなら心配しないで。第二に行って大量に衝突してきたから。He's literally just been like in a coma for most of this route. そうか。いつもすまないな。お礼ならみんなに言ってよ。天敵を回収してきたのは他のみんなだし。住野くんを介抱してるのは私だけじゃないんだから。Nobody else died in the time. The thing that is weird is like if nobody else died in the time that I'm passed out, then my clone Takumi theory, I don't even know. The more I think about it, the more possibilities open up because of the sci-fi element to this. Anyways, I sat up in bed. For some strange reason, I wasn't feeling any aches or pains. You seem fine physically. The truth is, your external injuries weren't as bad as they seemed. Which means the real reason I was out for such a long time was because of the fainting disease. Also, that's so stupid. If that's an actual thing, I'm sure it might actually be a thing. Like, really. But why does he suddenly have it now and not before? I think so. Oh. Has anything changed? If you mean the murder cases, we haven't made any progress. Ima and Dorumi are still denying they were working together. Tsubasa and I don't believe they did anything either, but the others... Oh, something else has changed though. Ima's been taking part in the defensive battles. Oh. What? You shielded him back at the enemy relay station, remember? He said he's joining the fight for you. I told you! We made another one fall in love. That said, he still has some words in this, I don't know what they are in English, and whoever translated this, I'm like, I've never seen that word. Reticent? As ever, and hardly ever leaves his room otherwise. Who can blame him, though? Other than Tsubasa and me, everyone's suspicious of him. But he did say that it was willing to tell you and only you everything. Yeah, why did his sister leave his room? Really? Yup. So go find him later, okay? Later? Huh? Ah. Were you expecting me not to act right after what you just told me? I jumped up and dashed outside immediately. Haha. True. Oh, the sexy music's back. I told you. I told you. Oh my god, look at his... Wait, I don't think we've been in this room yet. Look at his pictures on the wall. I love the one that's literally just the same picture of Kako. Actually, I can't tell if it's the same picture of Kako, but it might be like different facial expressions, but It's really funny. Mr. Sumino, first of all, thank you for saving me that day. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Don't mention it, really. What I really want to hear from you is some answers. Ima nodded firmly. Oh no, they look like they're a little different, but... I was going to tell you everything after you woke up anyway. Not only because I owe you a debt of gratitude, but also because I'm sure now you couldn't have been the killer. Because the real killer would never risk his own life to save me like that. It is my deepest desire to find the person who killed my dear sister. And then smash their face in with a hammer over and over again until there's nothing left of it. Yet I am but a detective assistant. I do not deal well with deductions. So I have decided to entrust this earnest wish of mine to you. Well, Takumi sucks at deductions too, because everything he gets is nothing. I have the utmost confidence that you have what it takes to bring the truth to light. I intend to do just that, as soon as I get some answers from you. Now, first of all, why didn't you kill Darumi? What? You think the killer is one of us, don't you? Yes. When Kako's body was found, you and Darumi were the only ones not in the gym. Unless you were the killer, but that can't be, right? Of course not. If so, from your perspective, only one other person could have been hiding in the storeroom at that point of time. None other than you and Darumi, yet you didn't go smash her head in with a hammer until there was nothing left. Why not? Mr. Sumino, I see what you are getting at, and you are right. It was because I knew it was possible for someone else to have been my dear sister's killer. Because there's a hidden exit in that storeroom, right? He nodded slowly in response to my question. Oh, if there is, we didn't learn about it last time, did we? Opposite the cockpit section of the escape pod lay a heap of metal containers. When we moved the heap away, we found a large ventilation shaft. Is this it? Yes. It's big enough even for Takamaru and Moko to pass through. You are quite wet. Have you ever gone inside before? No, sir. I stuck my head into the shaft but couldn't see anything in the pitch black darkness. When did you realize there was a storeroom here? About day 10, I would say. Interesting. My dear sister found the entrance first. She was the one who brought me here. After that, we would secretly visit this place together whenever we had some free time. Day 10 is like... Hold on. Sorry. I'm trying to see what... Okay. Hold on. Wasn't day 10 like way before this choice even happened? Like way back... Yeah. This was right after Kako got killed. We even skipped it. This was way before we even had to make this decision, which means he knew about the storeroom in this route as well, if we're correct in that the routes would have similar information. After that, oh, sorry. It became something like a secret hiding spot of ours. Why didn't you tell anyone? I did not tell you before because I thought you were my dear sister's killer. I did not tell the others because, well... Promise me you would not get angry? Yeah? Because my sister and I had intended to flee this place together in that escape pod. That's not possible. The door can't be opened manually. We thought we could do something about that by tinkering with the control system in the war room. I sighed and continued the conversation. But you kept this place a secret, even after Kako was murdered. If you told us about it, we'd be able to accept your assertion that Kako hadn't herself. I promised my dear sister that no matter what happened, I would never tell anyone about this place. She had tears in her eyes when she made that promise. I want us to live together in the Tokyo residential complex again. Just the two of us. But we have to get out of this place first. We'll be killed one day if we stay here. Oh, she had a premonition. I believe I may have dropped the handkerchief at that time. When I was putting it back into my pocket after wiping my dear sister's tears away. This place was our sanctuary. We didn't want anyone else invading our space. Even after my dear sister lost her life. It felt like I would be desecrating her memory by allowing someone else in. Does that tunnel go outside? But Kako was dead for a while, but I was thinking the opposite. Like, if that tunnel went outside, he went and stabbed Shoma to distract them and then ran around. That would make sense. That is why I told nobody. Large tears started rolling down Ima's cheeks, and I wordlessly held out his handkerchief to him. Ima accepted the handkerchief and clenched it tightly in his hand. He squeezed his eyes shut, and for a long time after that, his shoulders trembled nonstop. I'm fine with an Ima romance too, by the way. I want some romance. Do we get a romance partner in this route, or was I just lucky and got a romance partner in the last route? After Ima had calmed down, we climbed back up to the surface. It's so funny that I really like Ima because of the voice I gave him. I get really attached to my characters in the voices. Tsubasa was in the garage as usual when we stepped inside. You know what? That would also explain how somebody from the Second Academy could have gotten in and killed Gaku like that. I still don't understand the motive at all. Like, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but that, yeah. Ima, you're an unusual sight around here. Oh. Even more unusual than me being awake. I mean, I already heard about you from Nozomi. She's been going around telling everyone the news you know. Anyway, what's up? No. Just wanted to know if there's a recon drone anywhere around here. With lights and cameras if possible. Ooh, Takumi! Ooh, smarty boy. Yes, but what do you need it for? Oh. It's kinda hard to explain. Can you just come with us and bring the recon drone? We need to solve it. The case. Tsubasa blinked a few times in quick succession at Ima's words. Alright, give me a sec. Uh-oh. If there's a ventilation shaft here, that means... I see how it is now. Yeah, exactly. Oh. If Kako was killed, the presence of the shaft makes everybody in the academy a suspect. Including the safers for Shoma's case. Does it? Why? I have to see where this goes. Including me? Yet you still brought me here. Does that mean you trust me? Kind of. Sort of. You don't sound very sure. I'll take it though. Okay, let's start. Thanks. It could still be Takumi. I just kind of want it to be Takumi because then I get to see what nonsense is happening. Because in the killing game route, he also got knocked out and then was like himself. But he didn't remember it. Plus, I think it'd be kind of badass. Anyways, we used the drone to investigate the ventilation shaft. As a result, we were able to make a few major discoveries. Right. In summary, this is what we've learned. First of all, the shaft bends in a zigzag shape a few times and extends towards the school building. It splits into a grid structure halfway and connects to different parts of the building. Anyone using this can basically exit from anywhere they like. However, the vents are extremely narrow and people our size can't possibly get through them. What? Only someone with the body of a small child could have gone through these vents? I'm more concerned about what we found halfway. Yeah, me too. This thing, right? This thing caught on a protrusion in the interior wall. Thankfully, we were able to retrieve it because I had the foresight to attach a robotic arm to the drone. It's a piece of cloth, right? A square green piece of cloth about 1 inch long. I looked at Ima then Tsubasa. They looked at me with wide, questioning eyes. It was apparent they hadn't yet realized the grave implication behind this. Maybe a certain incident had blinded them to the existence of that possibility. Huh? I put the piece of cloth in my pocket. Look, hold on. Hold on. I swear to God, if you come back, I'm gonna be so confused. Would he stab himself? Because, I mean, small child, green. The only two wearing green is Takamaru and Shoma.
Oh.
Tell everyone to gather at the gym at 7 p.m. tonight. Huh? This is quite sudden. Please, just do it. They turn to look at each other. I don't mind. What will you be doing until then? Well, you see. I had enough proof to make my case, but I wanted just one more piece of key evidence. So I went to the back of the school, to the place where Shoma had been stabbed. I spent a few hours thoroughly investigating every nook and cranny. Before long, the sun set and my shadow started growing longer. It was at that time I found something. A faint trace of blood on a corner of a rock. It was maybe 30 feet away from where Shoma had been stabbed. I didn't think blood from his injuries could have sprayed that far, which meant... Did he really stab himself? Why? I entered the gym at 7 p.m. sharp to find everybody already gathered there. Wait. My brain just fucking melted. What? Because if it's actually Shoma, he's the one that died first in the killing game route. Ava, you're here too? Yes, I have received an official release. I have been given Eito's room and do not have to sleep in the cage anymore. All credit goes to Takumi and Tsubasa. The remote detonator you suggested has allowed everyone to accept my presence with the greatest peace of mind. I duplicated the device and gave everyone a copy. I'll pass you yours later, Takumi. Nah, I don't need one. That aside, what are we all here for? Well, you see... He's even standing away. I turned my gaze upward, then slowly lowered my head.
Kakoを殺して銀崎を刺した人物。そいつが誰なのか分かったんだ。
I need to know if the routes are... Like, look. We are on the Eito dead route. Stay in the school route. The only difference is that we chose not to participate in the killing game, which means whoever put that message theoretically is the sponsor, which means if it's actually Shoma, that means Shoma was the sponsor and died first? Confused. I'm so confused.
No!
All right, let's get through everybody. Mr. Semino, wait a minute, please. You just said with absolute certainty that my dear sister was indeed killed? Yes. The situation points to that fact.
Huh?
Who did it? Ima, I need you to promise me something first. Promise me you won't lay a finger on the killer when you realize who they are. I won't tell you the truth unless you promise me that. I saw him gritting his teeth with a scowl on his face. Still, he nodded firmly and said, Anne, I promise that I won't lay a finger on that accursed scum.
そうか。
Good.
それじゃあ教えるよ。
Ooh, are we doing a class
本当は俺だって
trial?
こんなこと言いたくはないんだけど。
That'd be kind of fun.
過去を殺して銀崎を刺した犯人。そいつの名前は。
Huh? What is it showing us the clues? What the frick is that? There's nothing there. Oh, event. The person who killed Kako and stabbed Shoma is... Is it really Shoma? Why? I mean, he's the only one it could be. Yes. But why? Oh, wait, can I do... Oh, wait. Before I realize if this is true or not, can I choose everyone here? One second. Oh, I can choose others. Okay, hold on. Alright.
何言ってるんですか、スミノさん。僕は被害者ですよ。刺されたんですよ。忘れちゃったんですか。
うるさい、黙れクソチビ。これからお前の犯行の一部始終を暴いてやる。
I love Takumi's voice actor. I mean, besides me. Ooh. I wonder if I can just pick anyone else for the bad ending, or... Okay, we are doing a class trial.
Oh.
You gonna give me bullets? Oh, sorry, he's not voice acting right now. You met up with her before that on day 26 to tell her to come to the gym during that period of time. So she showed up at the gym as asked, where you made up some reason for her to swallow that thing. The thing? Whoops! I actually meant to click on that, but I forgot how this works because I haven't done this for a while. Why'd you just do one line? Why do they do that? They say one line and they don't... It's extremely poisonous. Ingesting just 1 or 2 milligrams is fatal. That's how you poisoned Kako to death. Why? After poisoning Kako, you put the bottle of TTX into her right hand. Then you blocked the gym door using a mop as a latch. Thinking you could make her death seem like suicide with... Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to say that word. With all that nonsense.
Oh, yeah.
Once that was done, you climbed down the ladder at the corner of the stage into the escape pod storeroom. You already knew that shaft was there. Because you'd seen Ima and Kako going into that trapdoor before. You did your homework and went down to check out the storeroom as well, before carrying out your plan. That's why you also knew about the ventilation shaft. And you used that vent to return to the school building. That's the main reason, causing me to single you out as the culprit. The main reason? You left your scent behind.
通気口はジグザグに何度も折り返しながら校舎に向かって伸びていた。
You left your scent behind. The bends are extremely narrow. Only someone with the body of a size of a small child could have gone through those bends. In other words, the only one who would have gone through those narrow bends is you, Shoma. You can't say that for sure. A girl who was flexible enough could have passed through as well, right? No. It's physically impossible. Anyway, there was something left behind in the ventilation shaft. That's what's going to serve as irrefutable proof of your guilt. Red underwear.
これだよ。2センチ四方の布の切れ端だ。見てろ。
Out of all of us, only Kurata, Takemaru, and Shoma wear something green on them. But Kurata's tomato mask isn't made of cloth, so this scrap can't be hers. The shade of green on Takemaru's jacket is less vibrant than the scrap too. Shoma, turn around. Why? Just do it. I just checked. Part of Shoma's backpack has been torn. The torn part perfectly matches this cloth scrap. Indeed, I too witnessed it and have concluded they are a perfect match. Why? You couldn't have passed through the narrow bends of that shaft while you were still wearing your backpack. But you couldn't leave it in the shaft either. So you tied the shoulder straps to your feet and pulled it along as you climbed up. That's how the backpack got caught on the sharp edge protruding out of the inner wall of the shaft. This cloth scrap got torn off because of that. No. Why? Does this mean he killed Gaku too? Man, it's been a while. This is fake evidence planted by the real culprit. Someone's trying to frame me. If that was the case, why would that someone stab you? The one act would completely divert all suspicion away from you. Now, this next part is all just conjecture. Shoma, you were actually intending to kill Ima as well, weren't you? That plan went awry because Kako showed up to the gym alone. So you had no choice but to kill only her. But that made things difficult for you, because Ima knew about the storeroom as well. What's more, he also knew about the ventilation shaft. If he told anybody about the shaft, this would no longer be the locked room case. And if we pursued the case as a murder, we would eventually close in on you. So you wanted to kill Ima afterward. But it was almost dawn by the time you crawled out from the ventilation shaft. That left you with no time to do anything about Ima. So you panicked and started thinking about ways to remove yourself from the suspect list. That's how you ended up deciding to kill yourself. If you could make everyone think you had been mutilated by the culprit, we would never even dream of suspecting you. You're being ridiculous. This is way too bold of a plan for someone like me. Yeah, I have no idea what his freaking motive is, so... In fact, you were absolutely confident you wouldn't die because we have the revival matic in the infirmary. That makes sense as to what... Because I was like, why would the killer not finish them off? Because they have the revival matic. Like, if you want to murder somebody here, like, tons of time has to pass for it to actually work. But for that to work, you had to die in a way that allowed us to find your dead body quickly. After all, we wouldn't be able to revive you if too much time had passed. That's why you screamed, right? And right after the morning announcement, so that everyone could hear you. Then you stabbed yourself all over and temporarily ended your life. I can't believe I'm listening to this. Please be realistic. No one in the right mind would willingly stab themselves that many times. What the fuck? Oh. Sorry, I was like germaphobe. I read the first one and I was like, what? I was so confused. I was like, what? I was like, he's a germaphobe, but then I realized what they were saying. They just had to find other words that were like, oh, come on. No. If you injected yourself with a powerful anesthetic like Gammafiel. Remember what Yugamu said? At the proper dilution, this substance can numb the body's pain and emotional receptors without causing loss of consciousness. I learned something interesting in physical therapy, by the way. I was asking why whenever I massage myself, it's not as good as when I go to a physical therapist. And that's basically what they said, that when you're like giving yourself a massage, like your brain like doesn't allow you to like go past a certain pain point. And so that's why like going to a physical therapist or an actual massage, like because they're not you, they can actually like push in those certain like points. It was interesting. Anyways. Yep, and I still stand by that. It does make sense. You're trying to say that I used the drug to do the deed, right? But where would I even find a drug like that? You probably stole it from somewhere. Oh man. This is so easy compared to Danganronpa, but I appreciate it. This isn't Danganronpa. That room isn't locked and everyone has access to the shelves. Getting the drug from there wouldn't have been a problem for you. This Does this mean he's the sponsor? I'm so confused.
Assuming that I did inject myself with that anesthetic.
でももしもそうだとしたら
Huh?
注射器はどこに？僕が校舎裏で発見された時そんなもの持ってましたか？持
What?
ってませんでしたよね。
That's true. I just guessed because the other two were absurd.
薬を打ってからすぐに
I
遠
was
くの
just
方へ
like,
と
the
投げ
other
捨てた
two
の
were absurd. Like, come on, give me a little more, like, I was like, he put it inside himself.
What about the knife? Where did the knife I used to stab myself disappear to?
You tossed that far away as well, just like you did with the syringe.
Did anyone find any of those things at the scene?
あ
No. But nobody searched the area nearby on day 27, the day of the incident.
あ
You could have collected those items the next day on day 28 after you woke up.
But still, you're just guessing at this point. You've got no real proof. No real proof that I threw the knife away after stabbing myself.
I do have proof. It's not with me right now, but I did find something. There was something some 30 feet away from where we found you.
What was it?
Champagne! Like, come on. Come up with some more, like, realistic answers.
血痕だよほんの少しだけ
Champagne.
岩の片隅に付着してたんだ
An airplane? Like, come on! People who play this game have played Danganronpa and Zero Escape, which are very difficult games, might I remind you. Especially Zero Escape. Oh, come on! In a place where blood from your injuries couldn't have reached. Those stains proved the bloody knife had been thrown over there.
That's enough already. It doesn't matter what you're trying to say because you have no solid proof.
結局物証としてはっきりと示されたものなんて緑の布の切れ端だけじゃないですか。それだって
Isn't Lion
別の
bluffing the
誰か
same
が
thing?
僕を陥れるために残したのかもしれないし。
Isn't Lion bluffing the same thing?
これ以上とぼけても無駄だああ
I do actually have another piece of conclusive evidence.
What?
The bottle of TTX Kako was holding. Oh! I love it when he's all sexy. Your fingerprints were on it. Oh.
It can't be.
嘘だ嘘だ嘘だ。この薬の瓶に指紋がついてるはずがない。だって僕はあの時ずっと手袋を。
Why? Does that mean he's the sponsor? I'm so confused.
かかったな
I love that voice. You fell for it. Dumbass.
違う。
Why?
違うんだ。
I need to know why.
今のはただうっかりと口を。
I really need to know why. And I also need to know if he's the sponsor.
そのだからとにかく僕は
諦めろ銀崎もう一度言う過去に TTX を飲ませて毒殺した犯人それは銀崎翔馬お前だ
Why? Why? That's real. I loved that video game sound. We did it. Yay, round complete.
Kako, you got a few things wrong, but for the most part you were correct. It was me, I killed Kako.
Oh my god. Back off, Yuma, you promised. So which parts did I get wrong?
The entire premise to begin with. I did not kill-
Oh, okay.
I did not kill her of my own volition. I was ordered to do by certain someone. Let's call this person X for now.
Stop trying to make excuses for yourself. Okay, maybe X is the sponsor.
I'm telling the truth, please believe me.
Tell us more about this order you received.
Just before dawn on day 26, I woke up to someone tapping my cheek. When I opened my eyes, X was there right in front of me.
You didn't lock the door?
I did! I think X was already hiding inside before I came in. Under the bed or something.
Ato, get the fuck out of here. You're supposed to be dead. I don't know why I immediately assume. It's just, he's like a cockroach. He doesn't go away. He gets different bodies, different universes, whatever. Fuck. What did X say?
X said,
私はマルコを殺した犯人だ。次のターゲットは貴様にしようと思っている。だが、私の指示に従えば見逃してやろう。もしも背いた場合、あるいは
It sounds like the
私の
same
存
person
在を
as the
他者
sponsor.
に告げた場合は、貴様の体内にある爆弾を即座に爆発させる。そう、あの司令とかいうロボットが貴様らの体内に埋め込んだ爆弾だ。
Just who is this X person?
I don't know, they were wearing a long black poncho. They wore a mask over their face and used a voice changer to hide their real voice.
Yeah, it sounds like the fake stabber you made up to fool us.
I mean, it's true I wasn't stabbed by a person of that description, but the person definitely exists.
What happened after that?
I followed X's instructions. I didn't want to be killed the way Kako had been. X came up with the entire plan.
That makes sense. You're too stupid.
They told me about the ladder shaft, escape pod hanger, and ventilation shaft. The tetrodoc...
Fucking say that word.
It was X who obtained that bottle of TTX too. After that, I simply asked Kako to meet using the script X had prepared.
What did the script say?
To speak to her on the afternoon of day 26. Kako, I know about the storeroom with the escape pod too. I did some research in the library and found a way to open the cockpit and launch the pod into space. Would you like to escape from this academy together with Ima?
Why didn't she go with Ima?
If so, come with Ima to the gym tonight at 2.
Why didn't she go with Ima? Maybe because she had a premonition.
The plan was to not just kill Kako, but Ima as well. Because they were the only other people who knew about the storeroom. Killing them both at the same time in a locked room would make their deaths seem like... But only Kako showed up at the gym at the specified time.
Why?
Kako said this.
Probably that she had a...
I haven't told my dear brother what you told me yet. First, I need to verify whether your information is authentic or not. If it's true, then we set off tomorrow. But keep it a secret from my dear brother, alright? I want to surprise him.
She may have had a premonition.
I hesitated to execute the plan because she showed up alone. But X also told me...
もしもためらって何もしなかったら、貴様を確実に爆殺する。
I mean, X could still be talking to me.
So I passed Kako a water bottle mixed with TTX. Takumi more or less covered what happened after that until I returned to the school building. Except I had not foreseen that my backpack would get torn along the way. After returning to the first floor of the school building, I was at a loss because I didn't know what I was supposed to do about Ima. It was going to be difficult to kill him because the sun had already risen by then. Suddenly, X appeared again.
今はおそらく通気口の存在に気づいているだろう。もしそのことがバラされたら、密室は成立しなくなる。その結果、他殺の線が濃厚となり、連中は捜査を始めるはずだ。銀崎、今から屋上に戻っても間に合わない。間もなく起床時刻になる。お前が外出していたことは必ず誰かにバレるだろう。だが安心しろ。私の言う通りに動けば、貴様は容疑者から除外される。
That's why you went to the back of the building and...
Yes, I had been left with over a choice. But I was hesitant right up until the moment I injected myself with the gamma fuel. Once I did that, it was as if my sense of fear completely evaporated. Oh, X gave me the gamma fuel as well, along with a knife and a syringe. I'm pretty sure X must have been the one to collect the knife and syringe that I dropped after I did the deed. Because I know I definitely didn't retrieve them.
The story thus told, Shoma slumped his shoulders and bowed his head deeply. The silence that followed stretched on until Hiroko finally spoke up. I just have one last question, Shoma. Do the words back or heart ring any bells?
Back or heart? No, I have no idea.
Thank you. Your reaction was the answer I needed. I guess that's that, Takumi. Yeah. X must have done it if Shoma wasn't involved in that particular affair. Everybody was looking at us in confusion. Probably because nobody knew that someone had stolen out. Oh, right. Werewolf Buffy. Stolen the hearts from the dead bodies. Then Shoma started trembling like a leaf as if he suddenly remembered something.
Oh no, that's it. I'm gone for. I told you about X. The bomb inside me is going to blow up now.
Nobody cares. Nothing's happening. Did this X person lie to you? I think they must have. An amateur can't possibly make a detonator for the bomb in our bodies. Only somebody with my level of skill and experience. So Mr. Ginzaki won't be executed. Oh, I agree. Then I'll do it myself. I'll kill you. I'll tear you from limb to limb. Ima let out a guttural roar and charged towards Shoma so quickly nobody had time to react. He shoved Shoma to the ground, clambered on top of him, and started strangling him so hard it almost seemed like he might rip his head off. Oh, fucking let him. Do it. Let him do it. I ran over in a panic and pulled Ima off. Shoma had fainted and was frothing at his mouth. Yugamu darted over and conducted a quick check. Oh, this hurts. After that heartbreaking outburst, Ima simply collapsed on the spot. Nozomi and Tsubasa rushed over and started comforting him. Everybody else was at a loss, simply staring quietly at Ima as they stood rooted to the spot. The sound of Ima's pained wails echoed coldly and endlessly through the walls of the building. Yeah! I would have preferred Ima's kill, but whatever. We moved to the unconscious Shoma into the cage in the courtyard and made sure it was properly locked. Once that was done, I shoved the key deep inside my pocket. Everyone returned to their rooms without saying another word. I soon found myself completely alone. Looking up at the night sky, I thought about what had happened. Kako's case had been solved, but that didn't mean it was all over. Someone out there killed Gaku and instructed Shoma to kill Kako. This was likely the same person who had been stealing hearts from the body in the morgue. This one's really like a freaking murder mystery or X. The real mastermind behind this entire string of events. I had to find out who this person was by hook or by... What the fuck is by hook or by crook? This is this is why I will never be a translator, because it's like, what the fuck does by hook or crook mean? Some phrases just don't translate properly, and so it's really confusing. And I would, no matter what I did. I clenched my fists tightly. I would let nothing shake me from this firm resolve. You know what? I actually think we're going to, because we're almost Here. We're gonna save here. And then I'm actually gonna go back, I think, and do this wrong end. Although what's interesting is that, like, maybe not. Because if you look at this, like, look. This is like a teeny tiny, like, a little bloop out, right? Whereas this looks like there might be another whole other route here. Like, this one looks like there might be another route here, so maybe I shouldn't. The reason I was gonna go back and, like, do this choice really quickly was to just, because, like, when I went back and, like, did these choices, I kind of forgot. But, like, if you look at this, like, see, it's not as big as this one. Like, this one's a huge one. But these ones are, like, teeny tiny. Whereas this one actually looks like it goes out a little bit. So maybe this one continues for a while. So never mind. I take it back. Let's continue. Ignore all of that. Oh my god. Is Shoma dead? Upon hearing that loud cry, I dashed out of my room. If Shoma's dead, I don't care. Don't care. What happened? What's going on? I was up early, so I went to check on Shoma and... Shoma, What happened to him? Just come with me quickly. We all knew where we were going. Everybody made a mad dash for the courtyard together. Who had the key? Did we have the key? Did Hideko have the key? I don't know, I fucking wasn't paying attention. We ran through the second floor hallway and burst into the courtyard, then ran toward the cage without stopping. There we saw... Ah! Suck it. Shoma's probably is my least favorite character. Yep, he's my least favorite character. Kyoshika grabbed the gate and tried to open it.
ダメでござる。鍵がかかっていて開かないでござるよ。
確か鍵は隅野さんが。
待ってくれ。すぐに開くから。
Oh, we do have the key. My theory upholds. I don't know why I want it to be Takumi. I just think that would be awesome. It would be such a cool, like... I dug the key out of my pocket and slotted it into the keyhole. Once the gate was unlocked, I opened it and went inside. I immediately ran to Shoma and touched his neck, checking for a pulse. At that moment, something felt a little off. Hmm? I touched his clothes and they were wet as well. Huh?
ちょっと何してんのよ。早く精子を確認しなさいよ。
いや、もう確認済みだ。見ての通りだよ。
だけど、前みたいに保健室に運べば。
Since I had touched the body, I knew already that too much time had passed. But I decided to go along with it anyway.
そうだな。試してみよう。
It's wet? Why is it wet? Cause of death? I can't say these words. Hemorrhage. Blood loss. Estimated time of death, day 51 between 2 and 5 a.m. And it's always when we're asleep. Evil Takumi takes over. I'm telling you. Or a clone. It'd have to be clone, because if we are the sponsor, then we were in the same place, so it'd have to be evil clone from a different universe. I say that, and it sounds ridiculous, but it's actually possible in the sci-fi game. Multiple stabs, wounds on the chest and abdomen. The murder weapon is likely a sharp blade at about 8 inches long. Too much time had passed since death. Insufficient cryptoglobin present in body. Impossible to revive. I don't know why I read that like a robot. Insufficient cryptoglobin present in body. Impossible to revive. After everyone had a chance to view the monitor, the mood in the room became heavier. The hell's going on? How'd the killer get to Shoma when the cage was locked? Takumi, did you lock your door last night?
Oh.
Yes, I did. So nobody could have stolen the key from me while I was sleeping. And I know I'm repeating myself, but that key is unique. It cannot be copied. Well,
That narrows down the list of possible suspects to just Takumi, right? Don't you ever get tired of mindlessly repeating the same thing?
Huh?
Are we overlooking the other possibility? That he stabbed himself like before? This time in a way that would be impossible for us to revive him.
Huh.
I can't think of any other reason why he'd wind up dead in a locked cage in the middle of the night. Well then, who supplied him with a knife? It had to be X, right? If it was X, they would have passed him some Gamma-Fuel and a syringe. Yeah, ain't no one strong enough to keep mutilating yourself like that without being drugged the hell out of their mind.
He could have used one of the bottles that had been stolen previously. We moved Shoma's remains to the morgue. Guard it this time. We can keep a guard on this body. There were now 4 bodies lying on the tables there. I miss Gaku. Why in the Gaku is going to be dead in our playthrough for such a long time, and he's one of my favorite characters of this cast. And I miss him. I miss him. I remember his voice because I do the Tails voice for him. I miss Gaku. He's gonna be dead for a long time. At least Hirako is surviving longer than she ever had before. At Ima's request, we made sure that Kako and Shoma's bodies were not placed next to each other. Ima walked to Shoma's dead body and stared at it for a long time. Then he said, "You got what you deserved." Yep, Ruru. After that, we investigated the courtyard together. Despite combing over every inch of the area, we found no trace of a knife or syringe. The only thing we found was a balloon? It was lying on the floor near Shoma's cage. Although I couldn't immediately figure out if it was related to the case, I decided to stuff it into my pocket, just in case. Case. Soon the last rays of sunlight disappeared into the horizon, and the darkness of the night took over. It was already way past dinner time. Uh-oh. Seeing that none of us had an appetite after all that, we skipped to the cafeteria and gathered at the rec room instead. You are playing my game of death! This makes it 3 people who have lost their lives because of X. We don't I don't know what the frick that was. We don't know for sure if X had anything to do with Shoma's case yet. Of course they did. We'd all be in serious trouble if it wasn't X. Because that would mean there are 2 killers of X caliber running around free. It might be. I mean, we saw how many clones of the sponsor there was. Frickin' clones are not out of the possibility. So, who do you think X might be? Everyone fell silent. This was the question I was dreading the most. And it seemed like the others felt the same. Ever since Shoma shared his side of the story last night, we'd all been avoiding that particular issue. But it was time to face reality. I steeled myself and turned to Tsubasa. Tsubasa, do you still have the organic life detection device? Yes. 12. The exact same number as the people present here. That means somebody among us is X. They're gonna think it's Ava, aren't they? Why? Okay, I get it. No, wait. It could have been someone who came in at midnight and left the school before the sun came up. Sadly, that's not possible. This device comes with a history log. At 4 a.m. last night, the number changed from 13 to 12 and stayed there. Aha! So Sir Shoma was murdered at 4 a.m. last night. Huh? Yeah. Miss Magadori, we are discussing something more important here. The number reduced by 1 when Shoma lost his life. But after that, it neither went up nor down. Proving that nobody came into the school or left it, right? Yes. Thing is, we're all screwed if we don't do something. X threatened to kill us all in that message, and they're doing just that. The more we put this off, the more people will be dropping dead one by one. Well, I agree with that part about doing something at least. Hey, Takumi, you're the leader. Come up with something. Maybe? How about we make it compulsory to move around in groups of at least 3 during the day? Huh? Didn't someone mention before that 3 is a risky number?
That was because your 2 other teammates could be working together. But the situation has changed. According to Shoma, X is just one person. That's right. So a group of 3 should be fine. What about at night? Feels like that's the main thing. So far, all of them were taken out at night. Then we should sleep together. All sleep in the same place? Yes. Done and done. Are we all going to be sleeping here from now on? Not bland and boring. Getting evacuation center vibes here. I would feel more safe sleeping in a locked room. Because who can say somebody's not just gonna wake up and stab you? Would you prefer bland and boring or dead in a ditch? We've used curtains to divide the area up into rooms, so everyone will have some semblance of privacy. Is this really going to work? That's it. I'm with you, girl. What if the killer strikes while we're all sleeping? In fact, that's why we've avoided sleeping in one spot until now, right? Yes. And that's why I'm thinking of having a sentry system. Okay. 3 people will be on watch at all times. We'll also rotate 1 person out every hour. And if anything happens, just shout. That's reassuring. Now I can get a good night's rest. My skin will thank me. Looks like we agreed then. Very good. This arrangement should stop X from causing further harm. We should be safe for a while. Now we just had to continue our investigation and expose X's identity before they tried anything else. There was just one other thing that was bothering me. Shoma was killed today. I saw his body with my own eyes, which meant... werewolf. I'm sure there's other monsters that take hearts, like the Buffy ones. Like, gentlemen, that's what they're called. But that's immediately what came to my mind. Anyways, we're actually gonna stop it here. I think that's a good place to stop. Detective Takumi! And to the rescue! I still think it's Takumi because this sci-fi universe bullshnikey that's going on. Wait. Remember when the ghost boy said that something from the future was like making him sick? Did he only say that in the killing game route, or did he say that at the beginning of Ato Dead route? I can't remember. Anyways, we'll continue this next time, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again.